Guys, what is up? My name is Megan and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe, and welcome to today's video, which is a cumulative book haul. There's a lot in here, you guys. When I mean a lot, I mean stacks of books. Now, keeping in mind that this goes back to like many months ago, before Christmas, before the end of 2023, like I've been collecting these books for a long time. Also, I want to note I have sold over half my book collection, and also most of these books are used, bought off Marketplace, those kinds of things. So with that in mind, let's get into the haul. If you want to navigate through this video, if you're only interested in specific genres, I will leave timestamps down below, so feel free to peruse as you want. I think we're gonna start with romance and move our way. Also, I want to highlight my shirt because it's like the best thing ever. This is for the Love Hypothesis. It's a biblio style shirt, and it's the Smith Turner sweater. You guys are not going to be able to see the rest of it, but let's get started. I haven't hauled books in so long, so there might be a few repeats, but I think I got everything aside from my manga. I don't know if I said this already. That will be in a separate haul by itself. First book on my stack is Before the Sunset by Laura Pavlov. This is part of the Cottonwood series. This is actually the only book I own in the series because I don't mind reading series out of order, sue me, but it sounded like the most interesting, so I'm starting here with her books. New to me author, and we'll see where this goes. I also have Nordic King by Karina Holly, which is also a new to me author. This is like a royal romance, and I've been intrigued by this book for years. Hated the covers, but they got new covers, and this was on sale on Amazon for like $6 when I got it, so I was like, there's no way I'm passing this deal up. I feel like it's going to be a great way to get to know this author. Then I got a copy of Wildfire. This was actually gifted to me by my sister-in-law, even though I'm not married, but you know, I've been in a long-term relationship, and I got this for my sister-in-law for Christmas, who recently got into reading, and she is kicking my butt. She's already read like 40 books. She is flying through series, and it's so fun to have an in-person like relationship with someone who reads books. So she really enjoyed this and got me this book for Christmas. Was very thankful. I also gifted her a bunch of books for Christmas, which we love to see. I also have The Fake Out by Stephanie Archer, who I have mentioned before. Stephanie Archer is a Canadian author, and I try to get all her books because it's important to me to support Canadian authors. This is part of her hockey romance series, one of the books my sister-in-law has read and really enjoyed, so I'm even more excited for this now that I know she really enjoys it, because as of now our tastes really do align, and this is dual perspective, which we know I love. And this is one of my most recent acquisitions, a gift to myself after having a rough week. Is there something more bookish than giving yourself a book after struggling for a week? No, there isn't. This is Lauren Asher's most recent book. I own all of her books, I believe, and I even made myself a little gift note to tell myself to keep going. This is like her new series. I believe the second book comes out pretty soon, which is like Love Rewritten. I think this is like working on a family home or something, and romance ensues. It's dual perspective. I love Lauren Asher. I love her Dreamland Billionaire series, so I'm excited for this. Then we have the entirety of the, I don't even know what this series is called, like the Player series, which are Tutoring the Player, I think this is the order, Tempting the Player, and then we have Hating the Player. I'm not sure which is book 2 and 3, and I believe the last one is Scoring the Player. I don't even know the order of these, do not mind me, but they are all by Rebecca Genshak, and Rebecca Genshak is an author I am aiming to get into in the like second half of 2024. I do own these books because they were all $9.99 on Amazon because she was discounting these covers. She has new illustrated covers that are absolutely gorgeous, but I did hop on and get these because I want to annotate these. I'm also getting the Hello Lovely special editions of these that I pre-ordered back in 2023. However, they are taking an abnormally long time to ship. I don't really know what's going on with them, but I will have multiple copies of this series. These ones I want to like highlight and annotate and all that stuff, so it's gonna be a fun project. She's also coming out with, I believe it's a like motocross romance or something like that in April. I'm very excited. Then we have this book, which is Blindsided by the Spotlight. This is a Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce kind of like fanfic, I guess, and I love like pop star romances. I love famous people romances, so I'm very interested to see how I will feel about this. I had heard of this book on TikTok and I waited till it was on heavy sale. I again got this, I believe, for like $8 Canadian. Am I the biggest Taylor Swift fan? No. Do I think she's a remarkable person for what she does? Absolutely. But like I don't follow her music. So I'm interested to see how much I'll enjoy this, but I will let you guys know. We also have Signed, Sealed, Delivered by Juliana Smith. Again, a book that was discounted. I have another book by this author and I've been meaning to read her book, so when I saw that this was on sale, I got it. And I think this is a roommate's romance and it's like brother's best friend kind of deal. I'm so excited for this whole series. Honestly, she has another one that I believe is a pen pal romance and I want to get my paws on that one. And then the iconic Ali Hazelwood with Bride. I wanted a paperback copy like this to read. This is her foray into paranormal fantasy romance. I'm so excited. Everybody says that she has done an incredible job with this one. It was on the New York Times bestseller and then people are talking about nodding and I cannot wait to learn what that means. I know this is the Owl Crate February adult book. They've had issues with shipping, but we just got an email saying that they should be shipping this week. I can't wait to have a physical like hardback beautiful edition of this, but the paperback is what is going to be read. We're down to the last 4 romances. The next one on my pile was also a gift from one of Jan's patrons in the Lair. Someone actually gifted this to me for Christmas, and honestly the Lair is such a wonderful community. Honestly, if you guys are looking for a patron to join, I definitely recommend Jan from Jan Agaton. This, as I said, Christmas gift, and this is a companion novel to Offside. These are again hockey romances that I believe are dual perspective. Yes, and it's another series that my sister-in-law has read and really enjoyed, and so I have high hopes for this. Then my worst pet peeve came alive, but we're just gonna ignore that. Can you see the size difference? I wanted to get these copies before the cover change because I own the 3rd book in this specific like cover. This is a travesty, but we're just going to move along. These are books 1 and 2 and the Not So series. I don't even know what it's called, but this is by Megan Quinn and they all sound absolutely amazing. The premise for these sound wonderful and I think they are all dual perspective, which again is very important to me, and it's one of the reasons that I mostly stopped reading traditionally published romances, because I do think that not enough authors that are traditionally published do dual perspective, and for me it could make or break a 5-star. I've made a whole video about it, but anywho. And then another dual perspective romance is The Love You Deserve by Jen Morris. This is again a book I've been waiting to purchase when it became discounted, and it's like a office romance, but like there's dogs involved and it sounds adorable. It sounds adorable. The cover to this like speaks to my soul. I love it. Anything with pets on it, I'm sold. Moving on to, I think I have a few young adult novels, graphic novels. We'll do like the little randoms before we move into fantasy and fantasy romance and end with middle grade. So I have 4 books that I'm going to call my random pile. One is a young adult novel, and that is Stay With My Heart, and this is a January 2024 release. It is YA. As I've mentioned a few times on my channel, I don't read as much young adult anymore. However, this is an auto-buy author for me ever since I read Counting Down With You, and she comes out with at least like 1 release a year now, and so I always purchase them, and I'm looking forward to reading this one. I'm not even sure what it's about, but honestly that's the definition of auto buy. I just saw that she was coming out with a YA book, instantly purchased it. If you want to see more of what is coming out in 2024, I do have a 2024 releases video that I can link in the cards for you guys. Then we have Heartstopper Volume 5, which will not be the last volume. I was so excited when Alice Oseman announced that she was doing a Volume 6, but if you don't know, this follows Nick and Charlie and their love story, and it is gay, it is wonderful. The TV show, also amazing. Love that. And another cutesy little graphic novel I got is Chef's Kiss. This, I think, is like, obviously it's cooking related, but I think there's a love story in here as well, and I think it is also gay, and I'm here for it. This is a used copy. It's a little battered up, but I don't mind, especially because I don't want to pay full price for graphic novels because they're so quick to read. And I also have a mystery book, which is The Mystery Guest by Nina Prose, which is in the same world. I don't know if it's a direct continuation or a companion novel to The Maid, but this is the Waterstones exclusive with like that little sign thing here. I don't know if there's anything. No, the hardcover doesn't have anything, but it's signed, which is pretty cool. Moving on to fantasy and fantasy romance. First 2 books on my stack are very well known in this community. Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight. I got both of these used. I am going to try these again. I read Throne of Glass, I believe 5 or 6 years ago. I had enjoyed the first book, but I never pushed myself to continue. And I do believe I would enjoy these now that I've read more fantasy, that I'm more well versed into like how fantasy works, and Sarah J Maas is just so well known that I'm like, there has to be a series of hers I enjoy. I don't think I want to start with A Court of Thorns and Roses, surprisingly, even though I'm a romance girly. I just feel like the assassin vibes of this is something I'm really going to vibe with, so crossing my fingers. If you want to see a vlog of me trying Throne of Glass, do let a girl know. Another book I got is Blood and Moonlight. First of all, I was attracted to this cover. We're not even gonna lie. But this is about like investigating crime, and it sounds very familiar, but with a twist, to Stalking Jack the Ripper, which, hello, if you're new here, my name is Megan. I'm trash for Stalking Jack the Ripper. It's my favorite series of all times. I will not take any criticism at this time. So I've always tried to look for books that could be similar to that series to kind of bring back the same happy, giddy vibes. And so I think this may be it. I think there's more than 1 book in the series as well. Yeah, the next is called Silence and Shadow, and it also has a stunning cover. So I'm hoping this fulfills a void that has been in my heart for like 5 years now. I also got the sequel to Emily Wilde, which is Emily Wilde's Map of the Other Lands. This is the UK cover. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Do I also have the Waterstone, the Fairy Loot edition coming? Yes. Will I take any criticism at this time? Again, no. This series is fantastic via audio. Just saying. Another book I got used is A Dowry of Blood. I don't know if I'm gonna like this book, hence why I got it used, but my one gripe is this book has deckled edges, and I hate deckled edges. Aside from that, I do think I could really enjoy this. This is about, I believe, Dracula's bride? Yes, Dracula's first bride, and I think it's told in letters or something, and I've seen so many quotes and so many of my favorite booktubers talk about this, Jan Agaton again being one of them, so giving it a shot. Another book I got used, Light Lark. I know there's so much controversy around this book and around the author and how she's promoting her books and everything else that comes with it. hence why I did not buy it full price, or even like I bought this off Marketplace. But I'm very curious about the trials, the island, whatever is happening in this book. And I saw so many quotes from book 2 and the romance in book 2 that sound like they're gonna serve, you know? So I bit the bullet. Also, there's like a sticker mark on here that's really annoying, but we're just gonna maybe try the blow dryer hack. So yeah, maybe I'm gonna hate it. Either way, I paid a couple bucks for it, so not the end of the world. And another Facebook Marketplace find, which was a steal of a deal, is a River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross in the hardcover. Now, I don't know if this is everywhere, but the hardcover version of this book is out of stock on Amazon. It's out of stock on Indigo. It's like out of stock everywhere in Canada. So I was really surprised that someone was selling it on Marketplace. Now, maybe it's not rare anymore and you can find it, but I haven't been able to find it anywhere, and I got this for, I believe, $5. This series has been getting a lot of hype since people have read Divine Rivals. They kind of moved on to more of Rebecca Ross's stuff, and I know this is a duology, so again, I don't know when I'm gonna get to this, but it was too much of a good deal to pass up. Then, a book I was actually sent by the author herself is 9 Swords. Now, I was supposed to try to read this earlier in the year, however, it did not happen, and I feel very bad about it, but I'm still, like, talking to you guys about it now, and I will try to read it in the upcoming months. This is an Academy of Military Arts, and it's, like, students there, and it's big, but I'm hoping it gives all the vibes of like those fun fantasy with hopefully some romance in there as well. I don't really know what I'm getting myself into, but as I've said a million times, I love promoting indie authors on my channel. I think people who try to write books and do it for a living are remarkable people, and so I will never stop promoting them. So thank you so much to the author, who is Brooklyn Quintana. I will get to this, I promise. I'm excited, and I will let you guys know all the thoughts when I get to it, because it's like 800 pages. You're down to the last stack of fantasy/fantasy romance. The next book I have also got used is Sing Me to Sleep by Gabby Burton. This is like a water story, like siren, I believe, and I have been wanting this book for a really long time, but again, I'm not sure how much I'm going to love this. As I say time and time again, I am on the quest to find the perfect pirate/water story, and I have a feeling this could be it, and so I purchased a copy for literally a couple dollars. Love that for me. Then I have Compass and Blade by Rachel Greenlaw, which is, I believe, young adult, and again, it's a water story, and this is like the exclusive edition with the fun edges. So I feel like there could be a vlog of me trying to find the best water/pirate story. If you're interested in that, again, let me know. So many brainstorms coming to me in this video. We also have Where the Dark Stands Still. I talked about actually these two books also in my 2024 anticipated releases. This is the cool Waterstones exclusive with the detailed edges, not just the color blocked edges. And it has a really beautiful naked hardback. And this is, I'm not really sure how to explain this book, but every time I read the synopsis, I'm like, I'm convinced I'm gonna like you. I hope I stand true to my word. Another Waterstones exclusive I have is The Sunlit Man by Brandon Sanderson with these cool edges. Again, I need to catch up. I need to finish The Way of Kings before anything else. I'm like 300 pages away from that book, but I never pick it up. That's a story for another time, but yeah. This is like his last secret project. I mean, he just announced more secret projects. He's doing one more, but that man never stops, that man never sleeps. And the final book I have in the fantasy/fantasy romance stack is Blood Mercy by Vila Roth. This is the first book in a fantasy romance series that is very popular. Some people love it, some people hate it. I, for one, think I might love it. I am holding out hope that I can enjoy a really chunky fantasy series that I want to devour, because that sounds like a whole lot of fun and so much time spent with characters. Also, these covers are stunning. Don't ask me what it's about. I knew it when I purchased it, but it's been so long, I can't tell you. Moving on to the last stack, middle grade. Moving on to middle grade, the first book I have on my stack is The Girl Who Dreamed in Magic, and I have talked about this in vlogs. I've talked about this in my middle grade TBR, which if you want to see an extensive list of every single middle grade book I own that I haven't read, I have a video up on my channel. I will leave it in the cards. This is a Viking story, which is why I purchased it. However, I have read from Marina Kuzniar before, and I really did not like her books, so this is like a last redemption. I really hope I love it because I want more polar Viking stories. Then we have, obviously, the paperback edition of Skandar and the Phantom Rider. If you are new here, I am obsessed with everything Skandar, and I collect the editions, so I had to get this from Waterstones. No explanation necessary. And then we have books 4, 5, and 6 of the Keeper of the Lost Cities series. I am doing a read-along for the series on my channel. If you are interested, again, I will leave it in the cards or description if I'm out of cards. This is like a story that everybody says is kind of similar to Harry Potter. Our main character is an elf. She discovers her powers. She goes on these quests. It's fantastic so far. I'm loving the series. So I needed to get the next 3 books to continue my read-along. Then I have Clockwork Conspiracy by Sam Sedgman. I purchased this because Sam Sedgman is one of the co-authors of the Adventures on Train series. I don't really know what this is about. Like, I'm assuming we're talking about clocks, but I think it's a mystery in time. I'm not really sure, but again, Waterstones exclusive. I have the first book in the what is the series even called? I don't know, but this is the first book in the series. It is The Stormkeeper's Island by Catherine Doyle. This was one of the poll picks for my April book club. I have a middle grade book club, and this had the potential to be the April book club pick. However, I don't think it's going to win. We have Dragon Force Infinity Secret, which is a series that stems from the Dragon Realm series, and I purchased this even though I'm not finished with the Dragon Realm series because of those cool sprite edges. Love a dragon series, and I loved the first book in the Dragon Realm series. I also have Curse of the Phoenix by Amy Carter. This I purchased because it's very reminiscent of Skandar, but it seems to have its own plot line, and I think it was published before, so it follows dragons, unicorn fairies, the whole shebang. It sounds whimsical and fun, and I think we follow more than one perspective, which should be very interesting. We don't see that a lot in middle grade. I have The Witchlings, which is another poll pick for April, and I believe this is going to win the poll. This is about 3 young girls who are witchlings that are preparing for the Black Moon ceremony, but I think things go wrong as they do in middle grade. I also have this new release, which is Pirates of Darksea by Catherine Doyle, again on my quest to find a good pirate book. And the final 2 books in this haul are the Mistwick School of Musicraft and the Midnight Orchestra, which is book 1 and 2 in this middle grade series that is like about a magic music school, and like the magic is the music. I have been loving book 1. The audio was fantastic, and I needed to get both of these. Again, I got these used, so they weren't super expensive, but these definitely are underhyped middle grade books. If you are looking for a recommendation, I'm not even done with book 1, but I can tell you guys it's going to be worth the read. I'm absolutely loving these books, the writing, the characters, the setting. It's magical, it's fantastic. So that is the end of my really big book haul. A big thank you to everyone who gifted me any books over the past few months. Obviously my birthday is coming up, so there's probably going to be more books. Just kidding. I did have someone who sent me books already, but I'm going to keep that for my birthday book haul. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you very soon with another video. Bye guys, happy reading.